Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 3 hacks to help you get better jumps and steal more bases in 2020. You know, players that are looking to get better jumps and steal more bases, a lot of the times, all they're concerned with, all they think that they need to do in order to steal more bases is improve their running speed. And running speed, getting faster, is definitely important. You know, the best base stealers in the world, they're fast. I mean, you're not gonna steal a ton of bases if you're slow, but there are some things that you can do aside from just working on your speed, which you should, but there's some other things that you can do, 3 different hacks that can really give you an advantage and help you get better jumps and thus steal more bases. So that's what I'm gonna be sharing with you in today's video. I really think you're gonna enjoy it. Let's jump into it. All right, so with this first hack, I wanna talk to you about where you should look. So you just got a base hit, right? You're on base. The pitcher, you know, he gets a sign, he's on the rubber, you take your lead, and at that point, where should your eyes focus? I think this is something that's basic, but not a lot of players might know this because, you know, if you're never taught it, then how can you understand it? How do you know it if you're never taught it, right? And so where should you look? And the answer, it depends if it's a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher. Let's talk about right-handed pitchers because you're gonna see a lot of righties, right? So for a right-handed pitcher, in my mind, where you should look is you should look at their feet, okay? Because here's the reason why I say that, all right? Pitchers are, you know, they don't want you to steal bases on them, obviously, right? So they want to keep you honest, and they'll do whatever it takes to keep you honest. And so they might, you know, they're not supposed to move anything with their upper body, but sometimes you might see a flinch here and there, and umpires might not call it. And you'll definitely see them, you know, doing a lot of this with almost like a head fake in basketball, right? And if you fall for that, if you know, take a hesitation step and then they go to the plate or whatever, you're not going to get a good jump there, right? And so don't look at their upper body, don't look at their head, because they're going to be doing all sorts of things to try to keep you honest. But the one thing that a right-handed pitcher has to do if they're going to throw over to first base is with their back heel, they've got to take that back foot off of the rubber, right? They can't move their front foot first and then move their back foot, right? They have got to move that back foot off of the rubber first before they pick over, right? And so I think it's kind of a fine line. You have to use your peripheral vision. I love looking at the back heel, and any other movement that I see that's not his back heel coming you know, towards me, towards my direction, and, you know, him taking that back foot off of the rubber, any movement that's not that, any movement that's something different means he's going to the plate, and boom, I'm gone, all right? So I think you can't just look at his back heel. It's got to be, you're kind of looking at his feet, both of them working simultaneously. Focus on his back heel, and any other movement that you see aside from that coming towards you, boom, you're gone, okay? So that's the very first hack is, you know, don't just look in his general direction. Definitely don't look at his head, don't look at his upper body, look at his feet, because in order for him to pick over, he has got to, with that back foot, that right foot, he's got to take that off of the rubber in order to legally pick over. All right, hack number 2, pay attention to his timing and his looks. This is especially important at the lower levels of baseball, and especially when a pitcher is struggling on the mound. So he's walking hitters, he's not throwing strikes, maybe he's getting shelled, right? Anytime a pitcher is struggling, look to utilize this hack. You want to pay attention to his tendencies and really his looks and his patterns, okay? The reason why, one of the reasons why really good pitchers are really good pitchers is they can control the running game. And so, you know, when they come set, they're always varying their looks. So they might look over once and then go to the plate, and then the next pitch they might look over once, twice, hold for a second, maybe a third time, then go to the plate. Maybe the next time they come set and they don't even look and they go to the plate. So they're always varying their looks and they're varying their timing. It's not just they come set and then they go, and they come set and then they go. They might come set and go the first time, and then the next time come set, hold for 2 seconds, then hold for 3 seconds, then just hold for, you know, a split second, right? And so that's what good pitchers do. But the reality is, if a pitcher's struggling, honestly, the last thing they're thinking about is picking you off at first base. all they're trying to do is they want to stop walking hitters, right? They want to throw strikes. So a lot of the times they forget about you as a base runner because they're so focused on just throwing strikes. So pay attention to patterns. That's what you're looking for, is patterns. If you start to see, hey, this guy's struggling, you get on base, and you know, the first time he comes set and he looks once and then he goes to the plate, and then the next time he comes set and he looks once and he goes to the plate. That third time, as soon as he comes sets and he looks once and he looks back, you should know chances are he's probably going to the plate, and you can get an incredible jump. And the better jump that you get, obviously that's going to be a great start to you stealing the base. So just look for patterns. I think that'll really help you out. All right, and then hack number 3, the last hack for today's video: study the pitcher's tendencies in different counts. What does he like to go to in counts? What are the routines that he's falling into? Because human beings, pitchers included, we're creatures of habit, right? I would bet that your morning routine every morning looks very, very similar day to day. It's not like you do something one day and then something completely different the next day, right? We're creatures of habit. We fall into routines, and pitchers, especially when their mind is just thinking about throwing strikes or whatever, they fall into routines too. So it's important as a base runner to capitalize on that. So what do they like to do in certain counts, okay, in certain situations? So you might notice that, you know, first pitch, maybe a pitcher likes to throw a curveball first pitch. Maybe he's got a good breaking ball and he really likes to go first pitch curveball. And you've noticed that's kind of a pattern with most hitters that he faces, is he throws them a first pitch curveball. Or maybe you notice that, hey, with 2 strikes, this guy's always throwing something off speed. A lot of pitchers do that. They don't want to get hurt with a fastball, leaving a fastball over the middle of the plate. They want to throw an off speed pitch, get the hitter to swing at a bad pitch in the dirt or something like that. And so if you start to pick up on, hey, you know, this all comes from paying attention to the game. But if you figure out, okay, every single time he gets a hitter with 2 strikes, that next pitch he throws a curveball in the dirt. If you know that, if you recognize that pattern, well, then that just gave you a huge advantage, because it's easier to steal a base when he's throwing an off-speed pitch, right? A fastball, it's the toughest pitch to steal a base because it gets there the quickest. The catcher has the ball really, really quick, and the catcher gets his throw off really quick as well. But with an off-speed pitch, it takes a while for that pitch to get to the plate. The catcher receives that pitch later, and the catcher gets his throw off later, and you're running this entire time. So you can see how it's so much easier to steal a base on an off-speed pitch. And this all comes back to recognizing patterns, really paying attention to the game. Have fun, but pay attention. Don't be screwing around, and figure out what the pitcher likes to do in certain counts and in certain situations so you can take advantage of that. Before you go, I want to share with you a brand new free gift that I created for you. It's 100% free. It's called the Contact Point Checklist. Now, this Contact Point Checklist, what I've done is I've freeze framed the swing at the point of contact, and I've highlighted the key areas that you need to focus on. So what you can do, it's 100% free. You can download this checklist and you can compare your swing and see, okay, which areas am I doing a really good job in at the point of contact, and where are some areas where I can improve. So I really think it's going to be a powerful free resource for you, 100% free. All you have to do to download it is just click on the link below. I've included the link in the description as well as the first comment. So go there, download your free Contact Point Checklist. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the new videos we're putting out. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time.